Dan here for Six Times Radio. I am here with Phillip Ryan, who plays Sky in the UK tour of Mamma Mia, which is at the Regent Theatre right now, and you can see it until the 29th of April, so make sure you book tickets. We're going to find out why we should book tickets by talking to the man who is the envy of every man in the audience, I would say. He takes his t-shirt off. Let's get that out there straight away, because people are going to be watching it. They're going to see your name.
I don't take it off.
Oh no! Oh, sorry. Let's. You don't take it off. You get it taken off for you.
Yeah.
And every man in the auditorium goes, oh, I wish I went to the gym a bit more. A bit more. How you doing, man?
Yeah, grand. Sorry.
Good.
Yeah, good.
Good. So it's your second day in Stoke. Well, it's your third day now. It's your second
Third day
night
in Stoke,
yesterday.
yeah.
How was it so far?
Yeah, it's been great. It's a beautiful theatre. Audience are loving it, which is always a bonus, and they're coming in.
It's always a bonus.
Always a bonus when the audience are loving it.
With the audience, obviously there's like a cult following with Mamma Mia. Obviously the music of ABBA is loved by everyone. There's not one person that you can go to that will say, "No, I don't really like ABBA's music." Everybody loves ABBA's music. Are the audience ever too rowdy when they watch it?
No, I think what I love about this show is when the audience are tapping along, they're singing along, and they know they're going to get something at some point. And when we get to the finale, that's when we invite them in with us. So they've watched our story, and now we're inviting them to come in and jump in along with us and dance with us, and they love it. It's fun, and it's what is it? It's just timeless. People love it, and people come back and back. The amount of people I've at the stage door who've come back. I've had people. I started out in Bristol last year, and I've had people last night at stage door. I saw you in Bristol.
That's
So
crazy.
it's mental.
I've seen on Twitter, people will post, "I watched it a couple of weeks ago in Manchester or elsewhere," and I've had to come to Stoke to watch it again. So that's the kind of like following that the show has got. People will, like you said, will follow you from city to city.
And the good thing about the show as well is there's no villain, so there's never anyone that people So it's a feel good show from start to finish, and
it's impossible to leave without singing or humming ABBA songs. I've been doing it all night. It's instead of snoring, just humming like Dancing Queen. That's what it is.
Queen all night. Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is. Do you have a part of the show that when you're not on stage, that you look from the wings and go, I wish I could be a part of that, or I wish I could be part of that dance or that scene?
Does Your Mother Know?
Yeah.
I'd love to be in Does Your Mother Know. I think it's such a great number. I think it's the energy in it, what the boys are doing, the dancing. It's just a lad number.
Yeah, it's one of them where it is. I don't really want to ruin, but it is one of the parts where we go, this is brilliantly funny, and I've got no idea what's going on. It's one of those where you're like, I'm enjoying it, but I'm not sure if I should.
Yeah.
It's one of those moments. So that's the one. Do you find yourself dancing to any on the wings? Like you kind of watched it for so long, you kind of start doing the routine.
No, I'm just thinking.
Are you too cool for that?
Next.
You're too cool.
I'm in the dressing room doing pull-ups.
Yeah, they're just going to call me when the next thing is on. I can't do this right now.
No, it's good. What's good as well is when we have covers going on, and we all like the audience don't see it, but we're all in the wings watching our cover. Who's ever on, going, oh yeah, look at them go.
I'm going to steal that one. I'm going to do that. That's how I'm going to do it next time.
But it's great. It's fun.
What about you then? So you're playing Sky.
Yeah.
What part of the show for you is when you go, oh my god, this is happening. This is like the main part of the show for you. What do you select?
I love what we call Beach 2, the argument between Sophie and I in Act 2. Because it's this whole journey of what I feel I go on, and it's just another layer to my character. So it's like we see the childish, we see the lad, we see the banter with the boys, we see the love with Sophie, and then all the relationships, and then just that's when my part of the show just goes, oh, that like what everything happens there for Sky, and then it's just what happens next.
Like all the emotions into
everything,
one
yeah.
scene. Do you ever feel, or when you first started to do the tour, did you ever put pressure on yourself? Obviously, with the cult status of the show and the music is a big part of the show. Obviously, the music of ABBA. Do you ever go, oh, I've got to?
Not really. I think the only when we did Edinburgh, I'm from Scotland, obviously, and up by Edinburgh Way, and I lived there for 6 years. And it was the only venue I've done this year where I really struggled, like, because there was only one show in 6 weeks where I didn't have someone in, and that was the only time I put pressure on myself to go, oh no, I need to nail this, I need to get it right. But apart from that, the company's great. You have a night where what I love about live theatre is it's never always the same. So you have different things change, and if something doesn't go right, the company are supportive and they're like, all right, you tried it, that's fine. Let's try something new. Let's keep making it fresh. And that's the thing with a long tour is it's about trying to find the blueprint of the show, but trying to keep it fresh and keep it real for the audience because it's them that experience it and them that watch it.
You mentioned that it is a long tour, and we're currently in a dressing room. We've never done an interview in a dressing room before, so this is a first for us. It's just like relaxed, just like probably the most laid back you can be, except for just lying down and just talking to each other like we're just helping, just like psychiatrists. When you're on tour, and it is a heavy show where you've got to look after yourself, your voice. What is your essentials for in your dressing room? Like, what is the one thing you've got to keep with you constantly? Apart from coffee.
I have popcorn.
Popcorn? To look this good, you have popcorn. How is that different? What are you doing differently from eating popcorn?
All the time. No, just have popcorn. And my vitamins. Just keep my vitamins up.
Vitamins and popcorn. They're the two things you need in life to get this. That's incredible. So the only two things that you keep with you is popcorn and...
Girlfriend got me a year's supply of popcorn for my Christmas. And
what could you possibly do?
And I finished it by Plymouth.
No, you didn't.
Gone.
Is it just like buttered? Like, what is it?
Butter or salt, and that's the two.
Any popcorn?
Yeah. Butter or salt, done.
I've got no idea how. Maybe because you are dancing every night, I guess. I guess that's your like, oh, you can
That's not as bad for you though, it's not bad.
Do you mean it's not bad?
Popcorn's good for you.
Clearly. As you can see, I've got a body of a god. All that popcorn I'm eating, I best slow down, or else I'm going to be putting you to shame next time I'm sat with you. What next for you then, Philip? Obviously still in Mamma Mia. What do you want to do in the future with your career? Where do you want to take that?
What do I want to do? I want to just work. I want to just
enjoy. Do you have a show that you want to go? Is there a dream show that you'd love to be in?
This is it.
I'm
not joking. I'm not joking. I said when I was at college, I said if I could do any show for my mum and dad to come and watch me, I said it needs to be Mamma Mia. So I set out to do Mamma Mia, and I got it, did it.
So everything else is now a bonus?
Yeah, I guess it is, yeah.
Oh, that's a great...
I want to do Wicked at some point. If that happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but...
It's one of my favourite musicals as well. So if you're in Wicked, I'm coming straight
Come
away.
along.
I'll be like, I know what
he
he has in his dressing room. Yeah. We'll go, I'll bring you popcorn and we can have it together, mate. How's that? Popcorn and coffee. That's what's going to happen. Mamma Mia is at the Regent Theatre until the 29th of April. Come see this guy and the guys having an absolutely amazing time on stage. I will defy anybody to come in and not leave singing the music of it is impossible. Book your tickets at www.attgtickets.com/Stoke. Philip, thank you very much for joining.
No, thank you.
Cheers.
See you soon.